6:30 must be time to say... Hello, I'm Mary Gunn, Fun founder and head professor of Fun University, and your intrepid hostess to Craft Roulette. Welcome to episode 137. Grandma Gay. That's right, we are here every Friday night, 6:30 Central Time, and that changes Sunday, too, by the way, at least here in the United States. And you are welcome to join us right here on the Ultimate Craft Card Making Paper Crafting Game Show Challenge. Why not? Why not? You're tired, right? You've spent all week working hard. You want to talk about some crafts, some card making. You want to hang out with some nice people. That's what we do every Friday night and have for over 2.5 years. That's a good gig. It's a good gig if you can get it. We do have a fantastic, wonderful guest crafter tonight, Amanda Stephens. We're going to meet her in just a minute. But before we do that, I want to remind everybody, I don't teach here. We don't sell anything here, and I'm not going to tell you what to make. But we are going to get some individual fun parameters, and we're going to come up with all sorts of ways to create with them. If you were here at the beginning and you saw the tailgate slideshow, you know what I'm talking about. Taking 4 parameters, shaking them up into a new little creation and a new little invention called a card. You guys really did a great job with those 4 parameters. We are going to look at those a little more closely, just the achievers this week, in just a little bit, or as I like to say, later in the show. And you can always go over to our craftroulette.live website and enjoy them. Take all the time you want because we have galleries full with over 10,000 cards. Yes. Oh, do you want to know something? I did some math. Now, don't start laughing. That's not a joke. I did some math. It is Mary math, so it's very, very suspect. Do not use it in the court of law. But I did run it by some people that actually know how to work with numbers, and they said it was pretty good. So I took I took enough cards to make about an inch loosely, and I'm not adjusting for weight or compression or anything like that. I'm not an engineer, but I did make about an inch worth of cards, and it was 17 cards, flat, nothing. We're not doing embellishments or worrying about cardstock weight. If you stacked 10,100 cards on top of each other, if you are a patron, you already know the answer. But if you don't, guess how high that is. Don't do the math, just guess. Just let your heart lead you on this, and we'll get back to that in just a minute. But do want to give some shout outs for our November birthdays. We have Brian Dickey and Cheryl Jackson, and a little bird told me that Arlene DeTizio, the creator, the crafter, the stylist of House of DeTizio, is going to have her birthday on Tuesday. So happy birthday, one and all. It's always fun to just give you guys a shout out and get the month started on the right. Oh, we do have some guesses. So get our show started, or get the birthday wishes on the right foot. Do want to thank Miss Marianne Hill from England, who sent me this gorgeous, Mr. Mike, she sent this gorgeous, it really is a pretty stitch, Marianne, Christmas sweater, or jumper, as she would say, for Mr. Mike. And she also included this cute little crocheted happy face. Mr. Mike's so spoiled. If you didn't see last week's show, he was in costume. He is a very, very playful guy, aren't you? Yeah. Anyway, so how are our questions, how are those answers coming in? Are you ready? Can't do the math? I can't do the math either. Okay, I'm going to tell you. It is just about 50 feet. Wasn't it 50 feet? Which is the same as a 5-story building. That is such an impressive amount of cards. And you guys have just sent them in. I am just so glad that you don't send them to me personally, because our house I wouldn't have a place to sleep. It would just be remarkable. But don't feel sorry for me. Look at this. These are all the cards I have gotten personally in the last couple weeks, because you guys are so, so nice. And I do enjoy them. We do go over those over on Fun University every Tuesday night. Yes, 5-story building.
10 Marys.
10. That is about right. Yes, that's right, Sandy Boone. If I was a totem pole or an Inukshut, 10 of me, it would be, that's many cards. That's a lot of cards. Well done. So wonderful to have you guys be so enthusiastic about this show and enjoy it so much that you have just knocked the creativity socks off the world. So anyway, we do have some new spin sponsors this month. We want to welcome Pear Blossom Press, our very first spin sponsor, and the owner is on the show tonight. So we want to say thank you so much, Pear Blossom Press. Jamie from Not Too Shabby is throwing her gift certificates out for us too. So many thanks to you, Jamie. You're a great friend of Craft Roulette. And Florette Bloom was here last week. She's here tonight. And she also is a spin sponsor with Ink on 3. So if you didn't see her on the show and Mr. Mike in his costume, you may want to go back and enjoy a rerun over this rainy weekend. At least we are getting a nice rainy weekend here. I love it. You know what that means? It's craft season. It's such a craft day when it's rainy, isn't it? Snowy, rainy, it's all crafts. So anyway, thank you guys. Our spin sponsors give us gift certificates to give away. You are eligible by sending in one of those cards that we were talking about earlier. We will talk about that more later in the show as well. But thank you guys. Craft Roulette is not sponsored by any company, and we are sponsored by our darling and delightful, and I remembered, Mr. Producer, that there's not a slide for this, our wonderful and delightful patrons. We do have a wonderful active patron group, and that is all under Mary Gun Fund. It's all down in the description. You can find out all the links to those stores. You can find out where we are on Patreon and all that kind of stuff. We do have a very wonderful time loving all the cards that you guys have been sending to each other on our card exchange. We do have it is a private blog, but we also have a place on our craftroulette.live because we just have so many things that we want to give you. It's a little bit overwhelming, a little bit confusing, but just bear with us and just start poking. Just start clicking stuff. You'll find out all sorts of stuff on our blog and on our craftroulette.live website. But want to welcome Mary Moisen, Amy Prather-Smith, and Barbara Drake as new patrons this week. Thank you guys so much for being a part of us. We do have a lot, like I said, we have a lot of bonus content, including the card exchange. And Cordelia just got so many cards for her birthday. It was just outstanding. So much fun to see you guys getting those cards in other people's hands and sending those paper hugs. Mwah! Really appreciate it. We do have merchandise, like this handsome shirt. Yes, and I'm waiting for a little order myself. Kind of excited. You're going to be surprised when you see it. You're not going to be surprised because I've already told you you're going to be surprised. But if you think it through, you'll know what it is. But we do have wonderful merch. You may need a little sweatshirt for this cool weather, or maybe a t-shirt for the down under people. We're all there for you. It's all fun. I got Jackie Muller. Thank you so much for sending that card to us with your little OG that you got in the mail, wearing your Craft Roulette shirt from Australia. It was heartwarming to wake up to see that this morning. Loved it so much. We do want to welcome our wonderful guest back to the show the second time. She just started smiling real big. We want to welcome Amanda Stevens from California.
Hello. I'm happy to be back.
Round 2. Ding! This is the moment you don't like, turning the camera on, but you look good.
Thanks.
You look good, and you're going to be fine. We're going to get good spins. There's nothing that you can't handle. I am absolutely sure of that. Do you have bunnies hanging around?
No, well, they're in the house tonight.
Okay. All right. Okay. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm Amanda. My husband and I own Pear Blossom Press. I do the heavy lifting. He does a lot of the behind the scenes stuff. We make the guts for light up cards and a lot of fun interactive kind of things. And I like to make cards. So you see me doing that a lot on Instagram and all over Facebook, that kind of stuff. I'm
You don't just make cards. You like to make interactive cards.
I
The
do
hard
like
ones.
cards. Yeah. If I can put something interactive in there, I think it's just a little more fun. I've been making cards for a long time. I won't say how many years, but a long time. So if I can add something that's, a little bit more challenging, then it's more fun for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
But
I've
tonight I'm
gotten
not promising anything challenging. Tonight it might just be like fast and easy. Clean
This
and
is a
simple.
different place, though. And we even tell our guests, you don't have to hit it out of the park with this remarkable, elaborate card. You have all weekend, too, if you want to doll it up a little bit. But when you've got eyes on you, it's a whole nother ball game, too. It's like, I just want to get this thing done, and I don't want it to be horrible. So that's maybe the standard's a little low, but it turns out just fine.
Yeah.
I haven't been disappointed. But you do make beautiful cards, and you make them almost every week. Have you missed a week since you've been on the show last June? I don't think you
No,
have.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you've sent in cards, and you're a glitter fairy over on our Facebook group. I have been talking about you because you're going to be a guest host when I'm on hiatus. And last time you were on, I had a medical emergency, and you just rolled with it, and so that we were a day late. And I watched that show tonight, and it was like, oh my gosh, did we even know what we were doing? What happened? Why did we forget this and that and the other? But it was, the show went on. It was fine. But you do a lot of things for us that nobody sees, and you've introduced us to a lot of people, and you're just an amazing woman, and you're all in for card promotions, and I think you're tremendous, and I'm so glad to know you.
Thank you. The feeling is mutual.
Right. Okay. Plus, we like bunnies.
Yes.
And you have 2 lion heads, and we had one, and
yeah.
She was a sweet, sweet girl.
And we have a desert cottontail too. She was our first. We didn't realize she was wild, but because she hopped she came into the garage, which is my craft room, and stayed when she was a baby. She just came in on her own, and so we thought she was somebody else's pet who got out, and we looked for her owner for a week, and then she was ours, and that's how the bunnies began.
The bunny story. It's a story that needs to be told. I like it very much. You've got bunnies too, Sharon? Well, it's a good thing. We love our bunnies. I saw a thing the other day on Facebook. It was remembering my life, right? And it said it said, do you know how you have a bunny? Do you know how you know you have a bunny in the bathroom? You find hay in the toilet. And that obviously had happened in my house because our bunny's cage was on a table in like a garden bathtub that we never used. And so, yep, that's where Honey Bunny lived, and there was hay in the toilet. So that's how got to share with everybody. So we would litter. It was the litter box. It was okay. What are you hoping for tonight? Anything in particular you in the mood for?
I am hoping that the random goes with the other stuff. That's all I'm really hoping for.
That's a smart decision right there.
Yeah.
That shows
and I'm not
understanding.
afraid of the purse. If we get the purse, I can make it work.
You can make the purse is easy.
I know.
The purse is so easy. It just has a really bad reputation.
I know.
I know I need to put Robot back on too, but probably maybe Robot will come back on in December. So that might be fun.
Robots are fun.
Robots are fun. We haven't had it on for a year almost.
I have a really cute heavy duty set of robots, so I'm ready.
You are. You're not the only one. A lot of people will message me and go, I got a robot stamp. I got it. I'm ready. And somebody was saying, somebody this week said, I am buying stamps based on the parameters. I'm going,
but they change.
And we see parameters everywhere we go. Like I saw a taco truck one time when I was shopping with some girlfriends, and it was just all these things. The parameters get in your brain.
They do.
They're like craft worms. But it's not a bad thing. It's much better than some things we could get in trouble with. So anyway.
That's true.
We're going to celebrate some achievements that happened this week on the show. But first, you were going to ask me a question. Mr. Producer, don't jump the buttons here. Let her ask.
Mary, I was wondering, what is Craft Roulette?
Let's find out. Thanks for being here, Chatterbox, Mr. Producer, Amanda, Micah. Get this thing started.
What is Craft Roulette? Craft Roulette is a live paper crafts challenge show where the goal is to complete a project that has been randomly selected by the spin of a wheel. There are 4 categories we spin for: project, colors, element, and random. Each category has 24 possible options with a combined possibility of 331,776 unique projects. Whoa. We're live every Friday at 6:30 p.m. Central on youtube.com/craftroulette. Please like and subscribe. Each week we bring on a special guest crafter to create along with us and share their unique take on the challenge. You can play too. Complete a unique project of your own using the same 4 parameters set in this episode. You'll have 48 hours to contribute by submitting pictures of your project through the submission form on craftroulette.live. Contributions are featured on marygunfund.com's weekly episode blog and the next episode. Let's recap last week's episode and submissions.
Yep, that's what we do every Friday night, 6:30 Central Time, and it's so nice when you guys show up every week. It would be like such a heartbreak for me to sit down here and not see my buddies in the craft chatterbox, as we call you. You really are special people to us, and we appreciate you. So this week, we like to celebrate here on Craft Roulette. We like to celebrate all sorts of things, milestones that you have reached. We had 146 contributions. We're up to 10,245. I think that's probably like 5 stories in a foot. But impressive amount of contributions each and every week. You guys really did take those 4 parameters that we got and made some great cards and so many different styles. There's no 2 cards that are so alike that you go, oh, I see what you did. I did that too. They're all just very, very unique. Some of the things that we are going to celebrate, you can see on our achievement board, all of this, but we are going to celebrate our first timer this week. Our 0 heroes, those are the people that have sent in 10, 20, 30, 40, and up to 80 cards for this episode. Our leading ladies, and we didn't have any new Club 52 people, but I saw those numbers. Some are very, very close. So anyway, let's see what we came up with. Our parameters were tic-tac-toe, violet, red, and 2 other colors. You had to include some kind of leaves and the good old favorite that we all love. We didn't love it last week this time, but we love it now. Fringe. Fringe was wonderful. You guys, do go to craftroulette.live and enjoy the episode. Sometimes I actually write down the parameter that I'm looking for in all of the cards because I get sidetracked. It's like a Pinterest board because 146 cards is a lot. But if you write that down and just see how people used it, it's always very, very creative. This was my card. I added some little scarves, and the leaves were made out of hearts. Not gonna be. Oh, and my fringe was La Frange. We made up a new thing, and that's simply by snipping the edges of a mat. La Frange. Very, very French. Fleurette Bloom was our guest. Fleurette's here tonight. So much fun. She would like the spins she would do. She showed us how to use her no-line coloring ink, and she made this gorgeous, gorgeous card. She had a tic-tac-toe. She has 3 in a row. Violet, red, +2. She used the blue, green, and yellow. Her leaves are lily pads, and her La Frange, she actually has some tassel, or not tassel, but some fringe in her desk that she hadn't used in years, or maybe never. But you were a lot of fun, Florette, and we are so glad that you're a spin sponsor, and we got to meet you as a guest. Now, the next part is on a timer. Oops. And so, we'd like to welcome our first time guest, Debbie Drake. Not Debbie Drake. That's my friend from church from years ago. Barbara Drake from Delaware. So nice to meet you and have you. You can see how she used the parameters. So clever. She's got this figured out. Our first time Zero Hero, Jill McLaird, with her 10th submission. Nice. Amy Moore has finally, she says, sent in 10. Such a pretty card, Amy. Just right. Sue Harris from the UK has sent in 20. Hers are always very, very pretty. Gwen Simmons. You're going to have to tell me, Amanda. 20 Zero Hero. Whoa, is right. Birthday Bob Sadler has sent in 30 cards. That's outstanding, Birthday Bob. Tammy Williams has also sent in 30. She was in Aruba on vacation, and she still made a card. Ann Schmidt has sent in 30. Look how different all of these cards are. It's so exciting. Barbara Weber has sent in her 40th. Wahoo! Zero Hero. Well, I like your celebration style, Barbara. Deanna Thomas from down the street in Independence, Missouri has sent in her 50th. Well done, Deanna. Known you a long time. Anna Moreno has sent in 50 as well. I cased that card on Fun University on Tuesday. It was fun to do. So pretty. Jean Addis has sent in 50. She's from North Carolina. How gorgeous. Lisa Hall has sent in 60. We're getting some serious numbers here. Very nice, Lisa Hall. Thank you so much for your dedication. Catherine Taylor has sent in 80. Such a pretty card. I love the colors together. Lou Ann Johnson, who may already have her card in, has sent in 80 as well. She's from Iowa. I love the background. Clever, clever. Our leading ladies this week are Jackie Muller from Australia with 97. We got a little, we'll talk about that later. Kathy Herring with 101. She is now in the Mug Club. 5K Lamone has sent in 103. Look how bright and pretty that is. Leading lady Ellen Card Monkey Jarvis has sent in 113. Her fringe was in the skirt. Patty Beck, week after week after week, 131 cards she has sent in. She's not missed a week since episode 5. It's always pretty outstanding. What can I say? It's just amazing to see those numbers. Sometimes I think that Patty Beck, oh, you know what, Patty Beck? When I'm on my hiatus, I'm going to have to make cards or you're going to pass me, or at least catch me. This is a serious consideration. I hadn't thought about this. I don't know if I need my surgery after all. Excellent job. So very proud of each and every one of you and so thankful to have you a part of our craft roulette culture. We are more than a community, we're a culture. Thank you so much. Do go over to craftroulette.live and check out all the cards. They're just so exciting and inspirational. Yeah, let's bring her back. Let's get this game started. All right, Missy. Those numbers are just nutty, aren't they?
Yeah, everybody did such a great job. Congratulations to all the new people and our Zero Heroes and ladies.
We don't have a graphic for our Zero Heroes, but somehow or other I think they should have a cape, and I'm not sure. I have to draw one. Yeah.
Jen Gross has an adorable, she drew a crafty superhero for a t-shirt, which I got that t-shirt, but I told her she needs to make a whole stamp set. She could make a Craft Roulette Hero stamp set. She's probably here. I haven't seen her yet, but she will be at some point. Jen Gross. Jen Parr Gross.
Do I know her?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I think I know who I know that she doesn't usually go by her real name.
Yes. Sorry. Yeah. Okay.
Right. Okay, I do know her. I
think
just
it's
know her
Jennifer
by her
Parker.
handle. Yeah.
Yeah, on her handle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. I just never know about it. I can forget something so fast. It is amazing. It has nothing to do with anything except for my super zero hero brain. my brain superhero power is 0. But anyway, so yes, they were great. I just love watching all the cards come in and getting to spend time in the gallery and getting to celebrate all those wonderful things. This week, we're going to start all over, new parameters. We don't know what we're going to get. We're hoping for a mini slim for you, but can't promise. Let's pull in some parameters, please, Mr. Producer. There they are. We're going to spin for project, colors, element, and random. Each one of those, well, I always take the last week's off, so we won't get the same thing, because early in the show, we did start getting some of the same things, and went, oh, we can't do that. Okay, so we do change those out every week. But a lot of them I just keep on because I'm ornery and I want to make sure that we get them. And so they're just sitting there waiting like low-hanging fruit to say, yes, you have to make a card with me. But I don't know that there's anything that's scary. We can figure out almost anything. But we do give our patrons a little chance at shaping the game or the show. And each week they get to veto a color, an element, and a random. That means that the wheel can't make us do whatever they have vetoed. You can use those vetoed items if you want to, and they fit in the parameters that we do get. But it's just that the wheel can't make us do that for our project tonight. If we get one of those vetoed ones, we'll just spin again, by golly, and show them who's boss. For this week, the vetoed items are color. They don't want summer. It's so last season. For elements, they said candles or candle. They're not ready for number 13. They're not ready for candles. I know, because you could do one of those little lanterns.
I know.
We were talking about. And for random, they said swag. No swags. Number 12.
Right.
Now, swag, interestingly enough, I found Ann Shackles was saying, well, if that just means from your stash. And I was it does? Well, in Australia, it does. It means from your stash, so you could use anything from your stash. But I thought it was like, a hanging swag, or I got swag.
I thought it was concert t-shirts. Isn't that what they call them? Swag?
Yes. So, yeah, I know there's more than one meaning, but I didn't know that one until this week, but it did great. Last time you did not veto. Do you want to veto?
Nope. Let's go for it.
Okay. Forever hold your peace.
Sorry, guys. If the first comes up.
Oh, okay. Now, if we get something and you think, you want to use summer colors, or you want to add a candle or some kind of swag, you still can if it fits in the 4 parameters that we get. We're also going to talk about each one of these 4 parameters. So if you don't know what it is yet, just relax. We're going to talk it through and make sure that we have some ideas before we go to our swag and get some swag from our bag for our bag. So anyway, anything else I need to say? We are going to be making a creative expression artwork. This is, like I said, I don't teach anything here. I don't tell you how to make it. This is fun. This is just cutting you loose with your stuff with these 4 parameters and making something new out of your sweet, well-kissed brain. Let's warm this thing up. You think of swag as freebies? Yeah, me too. I guess if it's in your stash, it's a freebie. Okay, for project. Snoora. We even speak Swedish here, don't we? Smurf, the epic Smurf. Number 10, a peekaboo card. Okay, we'll talk about it. Colors. You probably have all sorts of ways to do that, Amanda. All sorts of things up your sleeve. Ooh, what is that? 18. Red, green, plus 2 other colors, plus you always get the Craft Roulette neutrals, black, gray, white, brown, cream, ecru, and metallic, because we're nice. And for element, Right, the swag on your mantle. That's what I thought too. Number 24, Cocoa. Going Hallmark. Go for random. Will it work with Cocoa? A peekaboo card? Oh my gosh, this is... Mr. Wheel, what are you doing? Tearing, or tearing if it's a bad deal. So, if we have trouble, it's definitely tearing, but if it's not, we're just going to tear something. Mike has got it. He already knows what he's going to make.
Yeah, he says peekaboo hot chocolate.
Peekaboo that hot chocolate.
Make that work.
You do?
I do.
You already got this figured out?
No, I don't know. That's what he wants to do. We'll see what card he makes with a Christmas tree.
Yeah. With the red and green, you do immediately start thinking Christmas. With Cocoa, I immediately start thinking Hallmark, because they're always having cocoa on the Hallmark. So I don't know. So peekaboo card. First thoughts?
Peekaboos are easy. I mean, if you have a rectangle or a circle, any kind of die, just cover, 3 sides with your cutting plate, and then that'll cut a U, basically, or a half circle or whatever you want, and then fold it up and peekaboo. Although I have dice for that too.
You have all the toys.
Explain what a peekaboo is for someone who has no idea what it is.
If somebody had no idea what a peekaboo could be, I know one thing that I have done also is just like have a circle cut out or something on the front of a card with a little panel that sticks out over, and then you open it up and you find the message or something like that. That one also works. I can see myself doing that one tonight.
And just
okay, here she goes.
Lift the flap.
Yep.
And then something's in between. Although that's really hard to see on my camera. Sorry.
I could see it pretty well, so that was good. Okay, so here we go. Here comes the chatterbox. I love it when they start piping in. Little critters peeking from windows. That's a really good idea. I've even had little levers where things come up. And that's pretty fun. Eunice. I'm sorry?
The reveal wheel. Lon Fawn has their reveal wheel, and
yeah. You could even have like a shaker window and have all the shaker bits at the bottom, and then have them come up, and you could throw in a couple extra things like sentiments and different things, and that would be things peeking out.
Read Supreme's message and explain how.
Read Supreme's message. Okay. Supreme is making a good point, is what I'm hearing. And she says she Googled peekaboo, and it's just a cutout on the front and the inside peeks out. No flaps.
Oh, yeah, that works too.
But it doesn't have to be that. Exactly. Because we have two options here at Craft Roulette. We have the Googled version. Then we have, hey, I think this one works. And we're good about, hey, I think this one works. As long as you let us know why you think it works. That's the only thing, is we need to know that what you're thinking.
Our law enforcement is pretty lax.
They're very lax. We do have a law enforcement department. We have a very corrupt police chief right over there. Mr. Producer he even voted himself in as lifelong police chief of Craft Roulette. When Deputy Heidi, our enforcement part of the law enforcement, the muscle, was off one time. She was taking care of her sick son in the hospital, and she wasn't on the show, and he pulled that kind of shenanigans. There's no respect around here.
I haven't seen a recall notice, so I think everybody's okay with it.
I thought she might come and put him in those cardstock cufflinks again, but no, nothing yet. Anyway, we do have to watch our P's and Q's and make sure that we get all those parameters in. So peekaboo is going to be all sorts of things, and that's going to be half the fun, is to see what you come up with. Is it going to be something that drops out of a card? It could. You could have something drop out of a tree, or or a matchbook card that has something drop out of it, or something inside that drops out of it and says, peekaboo. You could do a trifold and have it get a tunnel card, all sorts of good fun things. Oh, I love stuff like this. It's so much fun. Red, green, and 2. So, okay, well, it kind of depends on what we're going to do with the cocoa, I guess. What are your cocoa thoughts? There's that cocoa, that gorilla. If you have a gorilla stamp, there's always...
Ew.
The one that knew sign language?
The one that knew sign language.
I think I have a sweet sentiment gorilla.
There you go. You could do the gorilla. That would be great. Or a mug of cocoa, or you could have a little gift. It doesn't say it has to be... Well, it does say a card.
Setting up for a very winter...
Yeah,
Christmas.
The cocoa thing makes it wintry, but you could just use the color of cocoa too.
Sure.
Yeah.
Or just chocolate.
Chocolate. A chocolate tree, a cocoa tree. You could do something from the rainforest. And
or
have
a little
some
candy,
cocoa.
a bonbon, kind of a chocolate, like a truffle or something like that.
Yes. And why don't we have that right here, right now? I do have
Because
some
Halloween
candy
is
over
over and we're putting the calories away.
there. Yeah. Well, I still have some calories to tend to before I can do that. I was thinking some of those little candy bars have really cute covers. Mm-hmm. So I have one over there, and it's got cocoa in it, a little Hershey. It could be on the card now, couldn't it?
Yeah, as long as the colors work.
It could be peekabooing as a tag coming out of a cup.
Oh, that would be cute. Oh, a pocket with a tag that pokes out. That would be cute.
Or a card that has they always sell so much cocoa mixes and stuff this time of year. Yeah. Or you could have a jar of cocoa mix that you make. I don't know if people still make that. And then tie a card down from it as a little gift card.
That would be good.
Yeah. Boy, there's lots of things we can do, you guys. So much we could do. Tearing. We'll just have to find something to tear. That's not terrible. You could, there is a die. I have a die that you rip off so that you get inside of a shaker kind of thing. I put dimes and pennies in it once. It was really cute.
There's zippers. Are you talking about like the paper zipper? Yeah. That would be fun too.
And that could be used, something like that. Or you can just tear a little piece of paper.
Well, you could also stamp your sentiment underneath, and then you have to tear it to reveal the sentiment. So that's also your peekaboo.
Yes.
I might do that.
Yeah. Do, because that would be really cute. That would, yes, Mary with the dad jokes. Oh, by the way, Jay Thomas, I love dad jokes. I have a whole envelope full of them. And I'll go ahead and tell you, in December, we have an all-patron Zoom call, and you're going to try, and it's going to be bring your own dad joke. And you're going to try to make me laugh. Or maybe we'll have dad jokes face-offs. I'm not sure how we're going to do it, but I laugh so hard at dad jokes. It's pathetic, but it's going to be great fun. But that's going to be our Zoom call. So anyway, start collecting those dad jokes now. It won't be terrible. All right. Do you have some ideas? Too many ideas? Are we having too many?
I'll narrow it down.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I think it's time. I think it's time for us to go get our swag and come back and make something adorable. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. All right. And now for a word from Fun University. We'll be right back. Do you find crafting hard? Are you stuck on one of those pesky parameters? Do you feel like the wheel is watching you while you craft? We have the solution for you. Hi, I'm Mary Gunfun. While I'm busy gathering my supplies, I just wanted to tell you about my other YouTube channel, youtube.com/fununiversity. We break down the parameters and talk about them at a more in-depth level. We also pick one tricky one to concentrate on and do a deep dive into it. But that's not all. We do our mail call every week on the channel as well. So if you wanted to send me a card or a package, send it to this address and I'll share it on the show. We're live almost every Tuesday night on youtube.com/fununiversity. We also do some celebration there because we will review our last week's achievement board. That's youtube.com/FUNN University. No easy or complicated payments, no COD. Just show up and have fun. If you have too much fun, please call a friend immediately and invite them over to have fun with you. Normal postage and handling rates do apply. This ad was not paid for by anybody. We hope Mary is ready because I can't stretch this out any longer. Now back to the show. That, we made that infomercial, Ashley, and then it got out of date right away. So it's not exactly what we do on Fun University, but it's just going to have to wait. We've got too many other good things going on. And that's not a bad thing. So these are the little things I was talking about. I'm not sure if I'm going to use them. I might eat some, but I don't know if I'll use them. I don't know that I won't use them. I'm kind of flummoxed by this. Ooh, now this might be fun. Just because. Okay, this might be fun. Because this could be a peekaboo, the little, one of these kind of things, which would mean I'd have to change my plans, but that's okay. Oh, I'm hearing from California that she is ready. Bring her in. Oh, look at that. She's way ahead of me. She's got an idea.
I'm going to use Micah's idea.
Oh, Micah. That's good. That's good. Okay, tell us what you're doing, ma'am.
I think I'm going to use his idea. So I have, this is a die set from Heffy Doodle. It's like coffee cup or cocoa cup. Mm-hmm. And got that little guy. And then this set from iCrafter has a zipper. And I don't know where I'm going to put that yet, but I think I want to hide a sentiment underneath. Yeah, tear to reveal. Maybe the "You Warm My Heart." That looks like it'll fit underneath there. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it does. I have this little wreath, which I thought would be pretty. I could do in green with red, like bubbles or little gems or something on it. Oh. But I have to figure out where to put the zipper part. Maybe underneath. Maybe it'll be a mini slimline.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Let's see. I'm not sure if this fits on one.
Oops, I got chocolate on
here.
Yeah,
I could make it a cup-shaped card, but then I'd have to... I still have to get my reveal.
There's my green. That was fast. And then I was thinking maybe like a frame around here with making strips of these. I don't know why. It makes no sense, but that's okay. And then have these, and then have that spin with 2 different colors of cocoa cups. Now this is going to be a card I would never have made. This is definitely one of those. So that's okay though. How big are? Yep, I think I'm just kind of like a candy chain is what I think I'm gonna do. And just make it as part of... It's going to smell good, too. Okay, so I should pay attention to the size. Oh, this is fun. Is anybody else excited about this? I like it. I like it a lot. Looky there, it just fits so well. It's kind of crazy. Just so crazy, it just might work.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, that's right. Mr. Goodbar, he's got some nice colors. So I'll have the red, yellow, green, and then I have to pull in one more color. So I've got some blue. Probably matte the green on it. Just, that should work. So is Micah making a card?
No, he's just trying to offer advice. Direct. Yeah, direct.
Yeah. Yeah. We have some gentlemen in our audience who helped their wife with directions until they said, no, make your own cards.
Yep.
So we have some of those too. It's fun though. It's great. Here's some yellow. Let's try some red instead.
Her husband's watching from the bedroom.
Who?
Supreme.
Supreme's husband's watching. We have become kind of a fun little family show. It's
inside the house. My kids are watching. At least they've said they were.
I'm sure they are. Hi, kids.
Yeah.
Here's the secret word. If you don't know the secret word, no.
We'll know.
We'll know. No, it's good. That's fine. Oh, yeah, this is going to fit just fine then. Okay, because this one's a little longer. Ooh, the crackle is bigger. Something to note. I don't know why. All right. Okay. That's going to be fine, just like that. And that's going to be my little edge. We're going to have lots of white space, which is fine. You know, these things also have these little tiny images. That's so cute. Who knew they had such a cute little tiny image? That might be a second card coming.
Allie said
Something for Fun University.
Oh, Allie's comment. My hubby pulled the show up on the big screen for me last week. That always freaks me out a little bit, Allie. You can see so many things on my face. I think about that when I see, we have a big screen too, and I think, oh, why do those actors look, why don't they, why did they let them get so close? So that's me right now, but that's nice. It is nice just to sit back and relax, isn't it? That was nice of him.
Doesn't fit. So Micah brought me a packet of Swiss Miss that I was thinking maybe I could slide in there somehow. We'll see.
Yeah. Ooh.
It's on my desk. We'll see. It's not out of the question.
It'd make a cute card though, with the little packet sliding in and out.
Yeah. Red and green.
Mr. Wheel, I thought you were crazy just about 5 minutes ago, and now I think you're one of the smartest little wheels on the universe. Once again. Okay, let's see. Oops. Oops. Got some oops going on. Oops, that didn't. Let's pull that up.
I'm probably zoomed in a little too much for my die cutting, but I'll move it out of the way in a minute.
We'll start asking you some questions here in a little bit, but I like to give you a chance to kind of get set up and your brain started.
I'm ready whenever you want.
Some really nice questions from our patrons, and I assume you didn't check.
I did not look. It's been
because you are a patron. And I do, whenever a patron is a guest and we let our patrons ask questions, I always say, don't look. So thank you for minding. I got to put this thing down, then I can read. There we go. That's the last of my detail. I got to get those glue boogers off. Okay, is it Simmons or Simons?
Simmons.
It's it.
I think it's, well, actually, we've never discussed her last name out loud, but I think it's Simmons.
I think it should be phonetically, but names break rules routinely. So generally when you have two consonants in a row, the vowel is short. But it just doesn't work for names. And so I always wonder. Anyway, we'll call her Simmons tonight.
Okay.
And Gwen Simmons asks, how did Amanda become the creator of Craft Lights? Why did you name your site Pear Blossom Press?
Two questions.
Yes.
So Pear Blossom Press, we used to live on Pear Blossom Drive, and I was trying to figure out a name for our website. And if you are ever looking for a website name, the top 15 names that you look up will already be owned by somebody else.
Yeah.
So after a few weeks of going back and forth, I liked the name of our street, so I ended up just using that.
Well, it's real cute.
Yeah, but then we moved.
Oh.
So, and then how we got to the lights, I was making a Chibitronics card, and I love Chibitronics. And if you guys have ever played with them, they're a lot of fun. You do have to make your own switch in most cases. So I thought it would be kind of nice because I made quite a few Chibitronics cards, but every single time I had to remember how to make the switch, so I would look it up. And so I thought, wouldn't it be nice if there was something that was already a battery holder and a switch? And my husband, who builds circuit boards, said, well, I can make that. So
Smart.
Our very first product was actually designed to work with Chibitronics, and our first stop was talking to Chibitronics, and we put out a kit with Chibi that has, it's just a battery holder, and it's shaped like a T. So it's a battery holder and a switch, and it has these two big silver pads. So you would put your Chibitronics sticker down, which is an LED, and then you just put copper tape from RT to one side of the light and then the other, and you don't have to build a battery holder or a switch. So that's what kind of got it started. And then I had people telling me that it was still too complicated, and Chibitronics, their mission is to teach kids, which I think is really cool. They do a lot of STEM activities, and I think Allie's on their design team.
I think she is.
But they, I talked to them about doing some other stuff, and their core mission is for teaching. So I said, okay, well, I'm going to come out with this that has, it's pre-done for the crafters, because a lot of crafters don't necessarily want to learn how to build a circuit. But I like that it kind of gets people's feet wet. And then if they want different switches, they can use Chibitronics and build their own, because there's a lot of really cool switches, slide switches and things like that. So, just something to get you started and make it easy if that's all you're looking for.
Well, it is a heck of a lot of fun.
I agree.
And it is a heck of a lot of easy.
Well, that was the goal.
Yeah. So bang, bang, you got it.
Yeah.
Both objectives met. Yeah, I think we talked about this before, but I taught electricity to elementary kids on how to make a switch. And we did the whole copper wire and all these different things. It was complicated, but it sure was fun. And we used clothespins and things like that to make closed circuits and open circuits.
Yeah.
And it really is fun. And they feel very empowered. But I think your easy lights make crafters feel empowered just fine. Just fine. But it is a neat thing to be able to teach a kid. They feel
when we
pretty
were,
like
when we were
Mr.
at
Wizard.
Creativation this year, G was there. G is the lady who started Chibitronics, and she's got such a cool story. You can see on YouTube her doctorate dissertation of how she started the company and why she started the company. And I stumbled onto it one day and I just fell in love with her. She's amazing. So when we were at Creativation, she was there and I got to meet her. So I was very excited. And I was working in a booth So my husband was talking to her a lot. And like I said, he designs a lot of electronics, and that's what she does as well. So they were putting their heads together, and we're kind of coming up with ideas for a product that we could maybe, something we could do together. But I have to talk
Uh-huh.
to her. We haven't really followed up on it. She's
Yeah.
busy, I'm busy. But I think that would be a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah. It sounds like a craft made in heaven.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you will come up with something fabulous. And it is interesting to see how things start. So thank you.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that about your street. Street names are so, you could have lived on a really dumb street, because there's some pretty dumb street names, you know?
We may have gone with, yeah, now, yeah, we're on Watkins. So that wouldn't have been nearly as fun.
No, Watkins Press. But it's okay. They'd probably think you're selling vanilla. The Watkins man. But it's okay. But that was a good choice. And you are absolutely right. It's hard to find a good name.
Yeah,
Because
all
there's so
taken.
many. There's so many. But we have a few. I hate to tell you how many domain names we have made up and bought, and then not actually done much with. But we have a bunch.
Same. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have quite a few of those too. Don't feel bad.
Collecting domain names. Yeah. The sickness. Maybe not. Look how this is coming together really fast. I don't know. I think I'll probably just And then on the other side, and it will be, oh, yes. I like it very much. Well, good question, Gwen Simmons. From now on, if I learn it one way, it's going to be really hard not to know it another way. But if I learn it the wrong way, Gwen Simmons, I'll just call you Gwen Simmons Simon. And then I'll have it covered, and I won't have to remember which one was right. Because Taylor and Tyler, there's not a kid that I've ever met that I could remember if it was Taylor or Tyler. So I just called them both. So it's okay. They can call me Gun Fun. It doesn't bother me a bit. All right, Jen Gross, who I journey with Jen.
Oh, that's right. It's Journey Coach.
Yes, see,
Sorry.
yes, that's what was going on, and I just never thought of her last name because I just don't use it. But she asks, gosh, I see you. Oh, this is an excellent question for anybody who does crafts and social media. I see you so active on social media posting, commenting, sending newsletters and blogging, as well as running your Easy Light business. Do you keep a schedule or use apps to keep you on track? And do you have any tips you can share? You've got us all fooled, at least, if nothing else.
No. So I have a friend, Rachel, who helps me sometimes with social media. So sometimes more on Instagram than anything else. She goes through and helps me do a lot of the reposting, especially since my app the repost app just keeps dying on me for whatever reason. So she hits a lot of that for me, which is very helpful. And occasionally she replies or reaches out to people to ask them if we can feature their stuff. But no, I get distracted easily by social media, and I'm on it a lot. And, my boss doesn't fire me, so it's all right, I guess.
It is good to not have a mean boss. Very good. Yep, I get you. And I'm just there too. And I know sometimes people, my daughter in particular, will go, you don't schedule all this stuff. You should have it all scheduled. Well, it's going to take the same amount of time if I schedule or if I don't schedule. And I like to just be able to, here's an idea. Let me run with it. Yeah. Otherwise, it's like me doing a voiceover on a YouTube video. It's never going to work. I can't
schedule the groups. So if you're gonna on Facebook, you can only schedule groups or post to groups that you manage. So if you're gonna go share stuff, you're limited to where you can schedule to share it. So it's just as easy when you're in the zone to just share it all over the place at the same time.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, Jen. I don't think we're helping you on that one, but
She's
that's
way more
the
organized than
answer.
I am anyhow.
She seems to be. She does. If you need something done, ask somebody that's busy. So I think that's kind of true with her. She's just a busy girl.
Yep. Yeah, she's going to be doing the Coffee Lovers Hop with me on the 11th, which is also the same day we're doing the Scrappy Tales Hop. So
oh boy,
the 11th will be a busy day.
The 11th will. But that's fun, right? You enjoy that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's fun to meet people and talk to people and, all the things. My Facebook feed and my Instagram feed are carefully curated. I almost never see any personal posts at all, but I never see political or religious posts or anything like that because I've carefully curated my feed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So.
It takes time to do that too.
Yeah, we all have a few people here and there that post stuff that, we love them anyhow, but it's not necessarily what we think. And that's fine. So I can tell Facebook, just hide that.
Right.
And after a while, it knows.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep. Then you just don't get it. My peekaboo is going to be a spinner card.
Ooh. That sounds like fun.
Here we go. Let's see. Ta-da! I've had this card forever. I'm so glad to use it.
Yay.
And I think that would work for peekaboo, don't you? I do.
The other side.
Yeah.
Yeah, it peeks, and so you know that you have two because you've got two colors. I like that fun stuff, Mr. Wheel. And I did the cocoa with the candy bar wrappers for.
Nice. That works.
So that's a great idea if you're on vacation. You need to make a craft roulette card. Just get those candy bars out and make something with them.
Raid the mini bar.
Maybe just go to the Quick Trip. It might be cheaper.
Even
if it's in another state. Those mini bars. Muy caro. Kathy Morris asks, Amanda, you are so busy. Another busy question with your company and design teams. What do you like to do when you're not working in the craft industry? What do you like to do?
Man, I don't know. I don't even when I take days off, sometimes I just come out here and make stuff anyhow.
Actually, that sounds normal, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's when you have a business, there are a million hats to wear. So if you get bored with one thing, you can just do another thing because there's always a million things to do. So, there's that. And I have 3 kids, but the youngest is 16. So, they don't take a ton of coddling anymore, which is nice to have some time. And I do what I love, so I don't mind that I do it a lot.
Right.
But I don't know. Sometimes we go camping, although we haven't been camping in a long time. And I like to travel. We were supposed to go to Europe. We're actually supposed to be in Europe right now.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
The plans changed. We're going to do that next year instead. So, but on our trip, I was going to.
Birthday.
Pardon?
For your dad's birthday?
Yes, for my dad's birthday. Yeah, but we're if we can still go to the same place, I was going to stop in Slovakia and go meet Mona Toth in person, and I was really looking forward to that. But now we may go to Greece instead, which I'm not complaining.
No.
But I'm going to have to get Mona to meet me in Greece.
Well, that might work.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind meeting you in Greece. Greece is so pretty.
All right. I haven't been.
pardon me.
On
Nor
my
have I.
list.
Yeah. I have not been either, but it sure looks pretty in its pictures. How's your card coming along?
Laying out pieces. I'm kind of I cut 3 of these guys, so I might turn it into
Oh, that's so cute.
an easel, but if I do, then I need one more for my reveal up here, I think. Although, if I put the reveal higher, the zipper up here, it can just be hidden underneath the hinge. So maybe I'll just do a regular card with the zipper up there.
Decisions.
I know. Oh, wait, I could still do it because I have 2 layers of that. Okay, I think maybe.
Look.
We'll see.
Yeah. Have you used that zipper die very often?
I've used it a few times. It's so I'm on iCrafter's design team, and this was one of the very first. Yeah, it came out in January of 2020. So I used this set a whole lot at first, and then I've used it sporadically since then. I've made some really fun. The idea is that it's a tag, and then you put the zipper down here, and if you have 2 layers, you pull the zipper, and you can reveal a gift card inside because a gift card fits perfectly in here.
Oh, gotcha.
And then it has these little windows, all these decorative pieces and words, so you can just drop them into the die set, and it allows you to do that. Or you could put the zipper up here, either way. So this is, I did a lot of gift holders for my nieces and nephews for Christmas with this guy. It's a fun set. I like it.
I got to let that dry. That was glossy accent type stuff, and it's got to dry now, so it's going to set over there. I'm going to see if I can think of something to do with these little cute miniatures. I think I can. But then again, I sometimes think I can still fly. So how realistic is that? Not very. Okay. So we've got these little guys. I don't know what to do peekaboo, but I've already done my peekaboo. So now I can just do something else. You stay there and dry. Don't get in my way. I put some little stars on there, so that turned... I think that's fun. Let me smell it. Yep, it smells like chocolate. It smells like a cheap chocolate sandwich. Did you have... Or a cheap chocolate candy bar. Did you have trick-or-treaters on Monday?
We had 0 trick-or-treaters. We don't usually get a lot anyhow, but we had
really?
0 this year. It's kind of a bummer. We did pumpkins on Saturday, or on Sunday. We did them on Sunday. And no trick-or-treaters. But we live on a busy street.
Oh,
and it's just, this is so close to the college that there's never any kids around. I mean, they're college kids, not little kids.
Yeah. Well, did you buy candy?
Yes, but
Oh.
it's awful candy, which is good because the rule when I was little or when I was younger, my mom always said, buy the good candy because if you have leftover candy, then you'll want to eat it. But the problem is that I want to eat it.
Right, exactly.
So I fixed that problem by buying, I don't know, they're chewy, like now or later kind of things, which my kids are fine to eat. They were happy with that.
Black licorice. Are you one? Do you like black licorice?
No, but I like red vines if they're like 7 years old and have turned to leather. Then they're very good. But it can't be fresh red vines. Fresh red vines are kind of gross. Red vine jerky, yeah, that's it.
That's a California thing, those red vines.
Well, that's where I live.
I kind of think. Yeah, I know. I used to have a director who loved red vines, and he was a California guy, and we had to get him for him on audition night.
When my sister-in-law was in high school, she went to Denmark for a year. She was an exchange student. And in Denmark, they have a different licorice than what we're used to here. It's definitely a black licorice, but they turn it into hard candies, and it's salty. It's really, really salty. And so she sent us a box of
Sounds good.
stuff for Christmas. And she said, don't open it till I call you guys on Christmas Eve. And so she did. And then she said, okay, everybody try the licorice at the same time. And 30 seconds later, all you hear is ding, ding. Everybody was spitting it out. It was salty.
It was that salty.
It's really, really salty.
That is funny.
But she developed a taste for it while she was there. So,
Well,
and then
I was watching the history guy, which is a YouTube channel, and he was talking about the history of candy. And black licorice was like one of the first branded candies. And Good and Plenty, which was a black licorice based candy, it's real hard to find. It's not even around much anymore.
Aren't they the pink and black?
Yes, and I love them. I always would get those when I would be taking a car ride, and so I was looking for them when we went to Minnesota the other day, and I couldn't find any. And it's so sad. It's hard to find them.
You know what? I saw them at the dollar store. Well, the $1.25 store now, not too long ago.
Well, you might want to. It could be a black market for them. Might want to get some.
A black licorice market.
Yes. Double black square. What a thing. But I was, it was like, and it was medicinal. Of course, often things would start as medicinal and then it becomes candy. And drugs. Because Coke,
like Pepsi and Coke.
yeah, Coke started that way. Let's see, what color am I going to stick with? I'll do a blue cup. We're going colorful tonight. Oh my gosh. I am trying to find a color to paint the family room. And I am so struggling.
Wait, it's not orange?
No, it's not. It's not. And it should be. I think orange would be easier at this point. I like blue, so I tried some blues, but I think they're too cold. And then I looked at some light greens, but they feel like hospitals. I'm like, this morning I woke up sometime in the middle of the night and just thought, I'm just going to make it brown again. I just can't do it anymore. I can't take this pressure. So it's colors. It's just so much stress. What if I paint the whole room and I hate it? Yeah,
you can paint it again.
I'm going to go on Dr. Phil. Is he still on?
Micah suggested one wall with color. I have an aunt in Oregon. She had in her hallway, she painted one wall red. And she said, you should always have one red wall in your house. It's good luck. I don't know why, but there's that.
Well, I don't have any red, that's for sure. Maybe it would bring me good color luck. And then I could know what color to make it.
Painting a red wall is hard. It takes
so much paint.
Yeah, a ton of paint.
Yeah, the darker the hue, the harder it is to cover.
Yeah, definitely.
Do they like your paint?
Oh.
I don't know. I can see why my mom had her whole house one color. Lou Ann Johnson in episode 137. Her submission's in the book.
All right. Wow.
Way to go. Oh, I smeared.
5 minutes ago.
And that's okay too. This is my second card I can smear. Oh, we're fine. We're doing really well. It's early. How are you doing on your card?
I'm almost at the point where I just glue it together.
We'll see. We're just doing great.
All right.
And I'm just dilly-dallying, dilly-bar-dallying, dallowing. Never mind. I don't know what I'm doing.
More questions?
I do have some more questions.
Okay. I have some answers then.
You're the only one that has the answers. Vicki Emerson asks, if you could no longer craft with paper and lights, this is a sad moment.
Wow.
What medium would you craft with? That would be a happy moment. And thank you for sharing your light with all of us.
Aw, thank you. I have done so many kinds of crafts, and I enjoy it. In college, I took metalsmithing, several semesters of metalsmithing. So that was a lot of fun. I learned how to solder there. And I took some glass blowing, lamp work, like where you make beads and stuff. I took a class on that. And then I did, not that long ago, I went up to a shop and they had a glass blowing class where you could take it there. And that was fun.
Wow.
And I really have always enjoyed the jewelry and the beading. And I used to sew a lot for theater and stuff. I would do costuming. So I could see myself falling back into that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Micah wants to make lamps. So
Lamps.
yeah.
There's always something you can make.
Yeah.
Usually I just make a mess. But it's you can always make a mess.
Messes.
Artisan messes.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing. Do we have that website?
Artisanmesses.com.
Artisanmesses.com. It's another one to buy. No. You're good at making a mess, Rosie. Me too. It's one of my... I can forget things really fast, and I can make a mess really fast. It's one of those things, isn't it? But you gotta crack some eggs to make an omelet.
Yep.
Or a mess. You gotta get some spills to make a mess. So Vicki Emerson, that was a sweet question. Kind of a sad question, but sounds like you're covered. You can handle it.
I could handle it.
You could. But you don't have to. There's no hurry.
Right.
You've got such a nice product. And I do have something to ask you on your product.
Okay.
What is maybe the craziest thing you've ever done with a light? Oh, look at your little thing. That looks good. What do you think might be the craziest thing you've ever done?
Yeah. So one of my first ones, I actually couldn't figure out how to make it work with Chibitronics. So we soldered basically an early version of an Easy Light, and it was a box card, and it was basically Singing in the Rain, except I used a bunch of Heavy Doodle stamps. So there was, that scene where he is on the standing on the lamppost or holding onto the lamppost, and so I did it with dogs, or there's a dog on the light post, and I lit up the light post. And I lit up something else.
Because it was the box card, the light post was out in the middle.
Yeah, the light was out in the middle because it was a box card. So kind of like the lanterns that I'm doing, which I'll show you those. You guys want a sneak peek?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Sabrina Scrappy Tail's new lantern. You guys are getting an early look. So it pops up like this. Can you see how it's a box?
Yeah.
And then there's lights inside.
Oh my goodness. And that's with the 3 lights. Look at that.
Yeah, that's an Easy Light in there. So it's fun. These cards, so if you guys saw Sabrina's new lanterns, they fit into an A7, but they go together super simple. It goes together just like a box card, but the roof is like one more step and it just has 2 glue tabs. So I'm a big fan. I really like these because it's really impressive looking for not a lot of effort.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you get a lot of bang for your buck on that one.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I made a lamppost with a light, and I'm trying to find. I'm walking around all over here trying to find it, and I don't know where I put it. I have a bag of light cards. I can lose things so fast. But I do have a bag of light cards, and for one of the Craft Roulette projects. I think
remember.
Monica Taylor was on. I remember that, but I don't remember where I'll put it. Oh, well. But it turned out kind of cute.
Since we remodeled, I used to have IKEA like units in here, and it was kind of crowded. So we took everything out, and then we put built-in cabinets all the way around, which I love. But I haven't. Things aren't in the same place where I mentally knew where they all were. So
Right.
I've got these little Post-its, tiny little Post-its on all my drawers and cabinet doors, and I just made a note of what's inside there until I mentally remember it. And
Oh,
the other day, one of my rabbits was in here and she was eating one of the Post-its off my drawer.
Thank you, dear.
Yeah.
Little sweetheart.
Yeah. Yep.
I forgot to tear something. I'm going to have to tear one of these.
Oh, yeah.
Dang.
Oh, well, this one, you tear it to reveal the peekaboo. And
There, you got it. You got it.
Underneath there.
Whew,
All right.
I just remembered that. I'm going to tear this one really. Golly.
Micah asked if your candy wrappers are torn.
No, I cut them.
Oh.
I guess cutting is kind of tearing, but not really. I don't think it's admissible.
You have one more
in a
candy
court
wrapper
of
you
law.
could kind of tear open.
I went ahead and just tore right at the bottom. So
there you go.
I've done a few. I know how to work the parameters,
There you go.
After a few chances here. Now look how cute these little things are. I don't know. They don't make any sense with this card at all. But at the same time,
It's art.
they're just cute.
Yeah.
Right. They're just little art things. Sweet as candy.
Yeah.
I always this cup has always bothered me because it seems like this should be the back. And so I usually cut a slice in here like this. And so I shall, and I will feel happier.
There you go.
Yeah, I got to be happy with my cards. They got to make me feel right. Or I'll wake up in the middle of the night and just say, I'm going to paint it all brown. It's so frustrating. I even got a can of paint and did a little splotch, and I went, oh my gosh, it's so bright. It just looks like a bedroom. It's not right. Anyway, Dina Hiltbrand, whose husband is a patron as well as she, and he does his own cards, and he always puts an airplane in them. But and he draws things. He's very creative. But she asks, did you study art or engineering in school?
Nope. I actually studied to be a pilot.
You have an interesting, because you also studied to be a race car driver.
I worked at a race car driving school.
Oh, okay.
So, I'm a quick study
Close
there.
enough.
That was easy. That was fun.
Yeah. And you like rap music. I mean, you're just this really interesting person.
I like all kinds of music, not just rap music. But yes.
It's not
No, I didn't. You shush. The peanut gallery is adding.
I can't understand what he's saying, so I think you're safe.
Good. Yeah.
But you never know. He might say something audible that we can get. But we're glad to have you here, Micah. Even though we can't understand you. Yeah, so that's what you studied. And then where did you learn to do the sewing then? Did you?
My mom taught me and my grandmother taught me, and then I took a home ec class. And I decided real quick that I hate patterns. Whoever designs patterns is evil. They decide to write the instructions, so that they make no sense at all.
I'm glad to hear you say that, because I struggled with those too.
Yeah. So I just make my own.
Yep.
And I love, especially for costuming, it's cheaper to go buy stuff at the thrift store that you can repurpose. And then the bulk of your work is done. It's just redoing stuff. And the cost of fabric, I mean, I remember when I was little that fabric was not super expensive, but now you can buy a dress from China for cheaper than you could make one.
Right.
Just the pattern costs more than a dress from China.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's expensive. But you can also, you can go to a thrift store and buy something that's partially already made and just use the material too.
Yeah, absolutely.
An option.
All
And
right.
I've done that. I'm making a peekaboo inside here. So if that fits in there, like so, stick a bunch of glue here. And add these back in. There we go. Doesn't make any sense, but it's kind of cute.
There you go.
It's got.
Ooh, I like that.
There we go. So it goes in like that. Craftsmanship was terrible. I got some smears.
Where's it gonna go?
Where's it going to go?
Is it gonna go on the other card?
No, this is a separate one.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just a second card. Yeah.
You're on a
'Cause I
second
had
card.
those-
Sorry, I'm almost done.
Yeah. But my first one was so simple. So I got to keep ahead of Patty Beck.
There you go.
Now, and having that realization that she could catch up with me.
She'll have to be on the show.
Oh, Mr. Producer just said something, Patty Beck. He said you'll have to be on the show if you're ahead of me or catch up. She would never do that. Don't stop because of that, though. Don't. We're just threatening. Idle threats. Idle threats. At least I think they are.
Look at what I just found. I got some of these for the shop. Can you see them? They're
Little
the color windows.
roulettes.
Yeah.
Oh. They're perfect.
Yeah. I was so excited to get them. I don't think they're going to work on this card, though.
Well, I've got candy bars coming out of a cup. So, who says I have to work? Well, add some hearts. 'Cause your little hearts are cute. That is so cute.
Same set as the big cup, so that works out well. I like it when they have all the parts you need in it.
Yeah, that's a bonus. Well, especially when you're on Craft Roulette, so you don't have to go hunting.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very handy. But how long do you spend on some of your Craft Roulette cards? Because you've made
a long
lots
time.
of them. Yeah.
There was one card that I was filming, and I ended up with 12 hours of footage. So I just never bothered.
My stars. Oh,
so
that isn't
too much.
That's
time.
like Da Vinci or something putting just Sistine Chapel kind of hours.
Yeah, well,
That's a lot. So did you like the card? Which was it for Craft Roulette?
no.
Oh,
No.
I was gonna say, which one was it? Because it sounds like something I would be amazed by.
No, but a lot of times, well, if I do it all in one shot, then I don't usually do it all in one shot. I tend to kind of spread it out over a day or two. Like I might do the coloring one day. I really like to take the coloring and go sit like in front of the TV or something if I'm going to be coloring a lot of images. So when I get several new stamp sets, I'll do that just because I don't even know what I'm going to make with them yet, but I'll color them and die cut them out and have them ready.
Let's kind of play with it.
Here's some just sitting here waiting to be used. But I usually tuck them back into their stamp pocket though, so that they're there and they're ready.
Oh, I was going to say, do you remember them? Because that sounds like something I could be forgotten. Seems to be my theme tonight.
I used to keep like a little container that had all of them, and that was just way too many, and I couldn't remember what I had. So
Right, right. And then you get an idea and poof
and you
goes
start
the
over.
old one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you find something and you're kind of like, oh, why did I even want to do that?
Yeah. Yep.
So, yep, it goes in something somewhere else. Cindy,
All right, I think I'm
you
done.
comfort
I may add
and
one more
joy.
little red heart inside, but
Well, I have one more question for your one more little red heart while
okay.
you're doing that. And
All
it
right.
is the thoughtful question of the day.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Brought to you
Okay.
by our rock star, our reluctant rock star, Grandma Gay. And it is, why do interactive cards? We did talk about that a little bit, but is it the joy of discovery or the joy of putting them together or seeing the reactions? That's a good question that they bring.
It's sometimes it's for the person. Like when I'm really making a custom card that, like for Micah, because he's seen what I can do,
Oh.
you know? So I can't
that
just
cherry pie.
Yeah. So I can't just give him, you know, a flat little clean and simple card. I've gotta do
Right.
something good for him. And if I can surprise him with something that he hasn't seen me do before, I like that. So sometimes it's that, but mostly it's for me. Just, you know, can you imagine like if you did the same thing over and over and over again, you'd get bored with it. Like Christmas cards. I used to sometimes mass produce like 100 or 150 Christmas cards, and I quickly discovered that sucks. By like the 10th one, I am so bored and
So hard to do. Yeah.
so, and the whole point of this is fun, right? So
I think so. Well, that makes sense to me. It's just to entertain. It's a way to entertain ourselves to craft, right?
absolutely, yeah, definitely.
So yeah, if it's something that you enjoy, a twist that makes you happy when you're crafting.
Yep.
Twist away.
Yep.
But you do a remarkable job. And if you guys have not seen Micah's cherry pie card,
That was really like
have
3
not
cards
seen
in one.
crafts. It was a masterpiece.
Oh, thank you. It was fun.
Is
And
it on your
it's
YouTube channel?
cluttered. Yeah, there's a video for that one. But it's kind of too much. It's a little cluttered. I would have, if it were for anybody else, I would have separated that into 2 or 3 cards. Yeah, he likes too much.
See, it was perfect for him then. Yeah. Absolutely perfect for him. You totally personalized it to the guest or the recipient, which is perfect.
Yep.
Yeah, it was good. So was Micah, was the pie better or the card better? Which one? Because you also got a pie, yeah.
Yes.
And you pitted the cherries and things
I
all
did,
by
but
yourself.
I got a brand new a new cherry pitter from, what is the company? Pampered Chef. And it does 4 at a time, because the other way is to take a cherry and you put it on top of an empty beer bottle and you use a chopstick to push the pit through, and that's slow and messy.
That would be, yeah.
All right, I'm done.
So do you have a cherry tree? Oh my goodness, look at that.
Oh,
do you
no,
have
I
a
just
cherry
buy them.
tree?
Nope. No, we buy them.
Okay. Well, let's show these bad boys off.
All right.
I am ready. I
did 2 cards. I'm a slow
I did do 2 cards, but mine were simple.
Aw.
All right. For my card, here it is. I did a peekaboo card in that this is wet, but I did a peekaboo card with a spinner. So it spins and you see something on the other side. That was my peekaboo element. I used red, green, yellow, and blue. For cocoa, I don't want to get this. There we go. For cocoa, I sacrificed and opened up 3 little chocolate candies, which I have not eaten yet because you would know if I were eating, and that would be rude, and made this little frame with the wrappers. And then for tearing, I remembered that I didn't want Deputy Heidi to have to come get me. So I tore this little piece, and that's all I've got. Then for a second card, because that didn't take me very long, they had these cute, tiny little things on the ends of the little candy bars. So I made a cocoa cup. So, I don't know. It's got a little torn edge. I think it actually does all the parameters also. So that's a bonus card for me. But that's mine. Let's see your masterpiece, because you got one.
Okay, so I've got 3 of the parameters hidden here. It's you tear it, and then the sentiment is revealed underneath, and it's the peekaboo. And it's an easel card, so you can see there's 3 layers, and it'll sit like this on your table, just
It's
like
a
that.
bonus. Super
So it's
cute.
shaped and an easel, kind of fun.
Super cute.
I might stamp pull here.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to pull it and reveal it right now because I was thinking I can send this out to somebody. You can
Right.
I'll give it away. You guys can pick another winner for this one too.
Oh, okay. All right. I will. We'll
right.
just we can do that, can't we, Mr. Producer?
I'll put an itty bitty gift.
We can
in
do
there.
something. Okay. All right. We'll do something.
We'll do that.
Well,
that'll be our itty bitty gift card.
Oh, that'll be our itty bitty. We could do 2 itty bitty gifts,
Okay.
or 2 handmade cards with an itty bitty gift. All right. Well, let's let you guys relax for a minute while we tell people how they can play and who's coming up and how they can win our cards with an itty bitty gift. Handmade cards. Yes, yes, yes. Well done. Yes, you're going to want to play along because we have super fantastic prizes, giveaways this month. And to do that, to qualify, you have to have uploaded a card to craftroulette.live. There's a form there already. Just do your card using those 4 parameters: peekaboo card, green, red, and 2, cocoa and tearing, and send it. Upload it. It will magically come to us. If you've never made a card for us, join us. It's a lot of fun. Your name will be featured on the card wheel next week, and you will be eligible for some of our wonderful gifts, which we will talk about here in just a minute. But if you've done it 131 times, go ahead and do another one. And if you've done it 80, if you've done it 20, if you've done it 10, do it. We love seeing what you come up with. We have some wonderful guests coming up. Charlene Madrid next week. She said she's going to bring the popcorn. And Crafty Al after that. Karis Young, Jessica Taylor, and Christine Bertram will be joining us in December. It's going to be a great time. I'm hoping Christine has talked. She may bring a guest. And I hope she does. I haven't talked to her lately. She's been a busy girl on doing all those cards on YouTube and Facebook. Mercy goodness, that girl works hard. But join us every week, 6:30 Central Time, right here on YouTube. We'd love to have you. We want to thank our patrons because they are making it this free thing work. We can't do it without your help, and we do thank you so much for being our patrons. And all that means is you pledge a little gift to us 1 month, 2 months, whatever you want. But you just give us a little gift, a little financial gift. But honestly, it's more than that. When we see that we have a new patron, we feel very invigorated and excited, and it does help us a lot. I always tell Mr. Producer when somebody's new, and we just really appreciate you. But we also appreciate all those people that have started with us and stuck with us because you like these shows. So if you like these shows and you want a little more action, that's a lot of fun, join us on our Patreon group. It's down in the description below, and it's under Mary Gun Fun. Thank you for Berta. Yeah, join the fun because you're going to want to know all those dad jokes that come up on our patron call in December. And also, Club Fun members, we do have our patron group call on Monday night. So join us there if you're a member of Club Fun. Well, Leslie says we gossip, but we don't really. And then I tell you what I said right to your face, so it's really not, I'm not very good at gossiping. Anyway, thank you guys so much. Ooh, there's that confetti. That means it's time for giveaways, and we have a lot of giveaways. It's so fun. By the way, when you do send in your card, you should get to the page that has confetti. If you get to that page, you know that it was uploaded correctly. If you didn't get to the confetti page, look back and see where it could have gone wrong. If you sent in a card last week when Roulette Bloom was our guest, your name will be up on that board. And I have a bunch of stuff to give away. So let me get my clipboard and my paper already. We're going to give away 2 handmade cards. We're going to give away some goodie bags, and we have some gift certificates from our spin sponsors, Pear Blossom Press, Ink on 3, and Not Too Shabby. Shall we spin, Mr. Producer, for an official goodie bag? This needs to be in the United States and Canada sometimes. But you have to become a patron basically, so to help me cover the expense, because it's really expensive to send up there. I don't know. You have to. Anyway, Grandma Begay going good night. Oh, Tammy Williams. Good deal, Tammy Williams. She is the one that sent in a card from Aruba on her vacation. So that's excellent. I'm glad that you're going to get a goodie bag. Well done. Let me know. Everybody needs to claim their prizes on craftroulette.live, the contact form, by midnight on Sunday. Let's do it another. Oh, let's go for a handmade card. We're going to do 2 handmade cards. All right. They have to pay for the polar bear insurance. That's probably right, Russ. The Inukshucks. Go my live. All right. This one is for Amanda's handmade card. Or I can do that one. That's in Australia. I'll do that one. She can do that one? Okay. Well, that would be nice because she just got one for me. So that would be cool. Amanda's card is going to Jackie. I will get you that information. She's.
We'll do one for you too.
Oh, one for me too, please. She's one of our leading ladies. And a lot of fun. Okay, just for one of my old handmade cards with an itty bitty gift. Cindy, I don't think we've ever sent anything to Cindy. That's nice. I know she was. I think she was on the achievement board last week or this week. The time goes so weird. Anyway, congratulations. Let me know you want to claim that prize. Now for which one? Pear Blossom Press. You guys are going to want some lights, right? Make sure you also to use our affiliate link, which we have with Amanda, when you're ordering, so she knows that you like getting stuff from Craft Roulette, that you're here and you found her from us. It's down in the description. It's also on our website. Because we really appreciate our spin sponsors. They're making this so much more fun than handmade cards with an itty bitty gift. Kathy Morris. Didn't she have a question this week? I think she did. How about that? She did. She asked Amanda a question about what do you do when you're not working? We work. There isn't a not working, but well done. Well done. Now which one? Not Too Shabby. Who's going to get the Not Too Shabby gift certificate? They have some cute stuff too. Every month they come out with a new kit with papers and dyes and inks, or not inks, but stamps. You will also recognize some of their products from some of our friends, such as Biddy Penny and Crafty Owl. Mary Brindley. Let me know in the contact form. And last but not least, who's going to get the gift certificate from our friend Roulette at Ink on 3? This is the first week of these giveaways. It's so exciting. All you have to do is submit a card and you'll get on that wheel. And it's all programmed randomly. We aren't picking anybody. No fingers in the till. Vanessa B. All right, guys. we've done our part. Now it's your turn to let us know that you want these prizes by when? Midnight on Sunday, please. Use the contact form where? craftroulette.live. Thank you, and congratulations to you all. That is exciting stuff. All right. Shall we bring her back? Let's do. She's ready. Well, it was easy again, right?
Yeah. Less stress this time, I think. Hopefully.
You think so? Yeah. I hear that a lot, that it's not a lot less, but still it's a little less. Because you don't, on the first one, you just don't know. You don't know that, you don't understand. I don't think you understand that, especially when you do lives yourself and you're doing all the stuff. We don't do that. I don't have to do it. You don't have to do it. We got Mr. Producer over there doing all the bells and whistles, which it makes for us just to be able to sit back, chat, and make something, which makes for an easy evening. If I had to do that, it would never have happened, because I used to have the buttons and I would get them all mixed up because it was so dang
They're
crazy.
even in order. You just press the next one.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm not a sequential person. So it's like, oh, but this one makes sense right now. Let's try that. So didn't we do that one? Oh, I don't think we've done that one. It's the same way when I drive. But it's just, yeah, well, see more of the world, travel with me, you know.
Detours.
Detours are life. They're real life. Yeah. Plan a little extra. I can take 8 hours to get to a 3-hour drive. It's happened. I have the scrapbook to prove it. But I met a really nice lady, and she was an art student from school here, and she lived with her mother, and her mother made wedding dresses. We had the nicest time. Anyway, met a nice lady. So, all right. Well, thank you so much. I look forward to watching you on the show not only in December, but you're also coming back in January. She's going to host some of our dear friends, Lauren Taylor and then Carrie Rhodes in January. Amanda will be celebrating her 39th birthday with us in January. So, get those cards ready.
Well,
Anyway.
everybody can celebrate their 39th birthday several times, right?
As often as you want.
Yeah.
That's right. It's just like driving. You can just take all those detours you want. So thank you so much for doing so much for the show and for promoting the love of crafting and cards and helping people have that experience when they go, I made that. And it lights up. Dang, that's extra cool. So
Definitely.
check her out. Go over to Pear Blossom Press. Get yourself some lights. This is a wonderful time of year to add lights to a special card. You saw that one. But you don't even have to make them that fancy. You can make them much simpler and still have something very spectacular.
And anytime you guys want to chat with us on Sunday afternoons, we host a Zoom. It's just, everybody brings their own crafts and works on whatever they want. So I've got a link on my website. It's called Crafternoon. There's a tab at the top. So feel free to join us anytime.
There you go. The door is open. You guys can all join. I don't know that anybody would, all these people, they're all great. So if you find somebody from Craft Roulette, you're just going to have a good time with them. They're all so nice. Thank you, Chatterboxes, for being here. What was that hop that you're going to do? Tell us one more time.
November 11th, we're doing the Coffee Lovers hop, and then we're also doing a Scrappy Tales collab. So there's the Scrappy Tales collab is going to be, I think, 10, 12, I don't know, a lot of us. So there'll be a hop, and I think most of us are doing videos. So that'll be great, combining the new Scrappy Tales release with some of our lights. And the Coffee Lover card making hop, it's the winter and fall one. So that one will be fun too. Jen Gross is doing that with me as well. So.
Jen who? Gosh, can you believe it? She is now Jen who from now on until I forget. Anyway, thank you so much, Amanda, for being here. Chatterboxes, thank you so much. I look forward to reading all your comments tomorrow. Mr. Producer, you did a great job. You let her ask, what is Craft Roulette? Micah, you take care of yourself and this little lady. She's pretty special. Everybody, let's apply the kiss to the brain. Mwah. Yeah, we're going to start at the weekend with some crafts and some love. Thank you so much. We'll see you all next Tuesday on Fun University next week with Charlene Madrid. Bring your popcorn. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Get those cards in.